overthinking after a date isn't a mindset issue. This is actually your nervous system trying to tell you that there is something off and trying to control the situation and figure it out and analyze it. That's just your nervous system trying to soothe itself. It's trying to create safety. And I'm here to tell you that safety is not created by overanalyzing his texts. It's from becoming grounded and stepping into your feminine flow. Ever have an incredible date and for the next 24 hours, you spent it overanalyzing everything, replaying conversations in your head, checking for text messages that aren't coming in, and writing and rewriting a bunch of texts that you don't send. You wonder if you smiled too much, talked too much, or showed that you were too excited. If that's you, this video is going to feel like a deep exhale. We're told that if it went well, if the date went well, you just need to relax. You just need to chill out. Don't be too needy. Stay busy and don't overthink it. Dive into work. Be more productive. But your body doesn't listen to that type of logic because it's already in spiral mode, or also known as survival. I've helped so many high achieving women who are excelling in their career, at the workplace, in their business, who are exhausted with their love life. That's because they started understanding that the spiral survival mode isn't just sabotage. It is a safety mechanism. This helped them to stop overfunctioning, stop overthinking, stop overgiving, and actually soften into love. So in this video, I'm going to go over what actually is happening to your body after a date, how to stop spiraling in real time, and one gentle shift that's going to help you connect without abandoning yourself. Why do we overthink even when the date goes well? Again, it all comes back to primal instincts. When we think about our DNA, when we were back in the Stone Age, if you were abandoned or pushed out of the group, that could mean that you were not going to live any further. So why do we overthink even when the date went well? As I mentioned, this is nothing to do with you having problems, you being broken, you having a flaw. This is your specific nervous system. This is the way that your nervous system was wired when you were growing up. When you were growing up, you most likely had an emotionally unavailable parent. The unavailability that you experienced from your parent caused you to create specific coping mechanisms in order to create connection. And you may relate to this. There were high highs with your parent and low lows, which may also be playing out within your relationship. Most high achieving women had a emotionally unavailable mother, and this is when they were trying to do everything in their power to be the perfect daughter so that their mother would love them unconditionally, the way that they should love them. However, the mother was unable to do this because she didn't know how. Again, this isn't about mother blaming. This is about mother healing. But what happened within the nervous system is you experienced this abandonment. You needed that connection. You needed co-regulation because children do not regulate their nervous system on their own. And their prefrontal cortex is not fully developed until the age of 25. So what you may have experienced is your mother being maybe very connected one moment and then not so much the next. Or when you come with a specific situation, like some girls weren't liking you, or maybe a guy that you liked wasn't giving you the time of day. And as you share this information with your mom, she's going to discredit you and tell you that you're over exaggerating or being over dramatic and it's not a big deal. This discredits your emotions, which then in your young adult brain or child brain, you are going to think that having big emotions is bad. So now you don't want to show your emotions. You don't want to even have emotions because you think that if you have big emotions, you will be abandoned. And this is what also plays out within romantic relationships. If we zoom forward and go into the date, it's amazing and he's connecting with you and you're laughing, you're excited, you're really having just an incredible time. And then you guys leave, separate, right, for the night. all of a sudden that abandonment creeps up. And it's like, oh my gosh, was I too much? If I'm too much, then that means that I might be abandoned, I might be rejected, and I don't want that to happen. So then your coping mechanism starts to kick in, which is going to potentially be overwhelm, overanalyzing, overthinking. You start drafting a bunch of texts up that you want to send to them. You start talking about them constantly with your friends because you just need to talk because you're so buzzing with energy of fear of abandonment. So this is when we start to overfunction, especially within the relationship that may be brand new. And overfunctioning can look like if your partner is having a bad day, all of a sudden you want to do everything in your power to hopefully control the situation so that you don't feel abandoned. You may make them dinner, make sure that they're comfy on the couch, bring them a beer, and oh, I'm going to give you time and you just let me know if you need anything. That is mothering. That is not sexy the way that you think it's sexy. That is not how you treat a masculine man. This is where we get a lot of women that are like, there are no masculine men out there. All the good men are gone. No, you are just attracting and accepting men that are the polar opposite of what you are being. You are being masculine. So now, how do we get into the feminine? We want to be able to soothe our nervous system so that we feel regulated and we are able to stand in our own body and be okay with the emotions that are coming up and know that we can work through the feelings of abandonment and not have to lean on our partner to fulfill that need for us. We are shifting our mindset to go from what was helping us back in the past that helped us survive because it did. It helped you get this far. And now these tools are just outdated. So we're going to learn new tools to help us get into non-spiral mode and actually soften, surrender, and receive love. And when you realize that it is not just in your head, anybody who says like, oh, it's all in your head. No, it is in your nervous system. That is where healing also begins. And that's exactly what we dive into inside of the Soft Girl Reset, which is my 14-day mini course that's going to take you from hustle mode to feminine flow. No more overthinking. It's just going to help you receive love. Now, what can you do instead of the spiral? First off, we have to notice the spiral. So when you're done with a date or you're heading home after work, because this doesn't have to be just within your romantic relationship, get in your car and you're going to start noticing, what is my body doing right now? So you're going to tap into your body. And I do this by pausing. Okay. We're going to pause. We're going to take 3 to 5 big, deep breaths. So get comfy real quick. Let's do 3 big, deep breaths and allow our body to soften. Start breathing in through the nose and we're going to breathe out the mouth. Take a deep breath in for 4 and exhale out for 4. Take in another big, deep breath and exhale out. One last breath. And exhale out. Already you should feel a shift within your body, within your mind, that chatter starts to ease because your body wants and is craving to rest. It's wanting to reset. That Soft Girl Reset is absolutely a game changer. Okay, so now after you take that pause, take 3 to 5 big deep breaths, you are going to notice, scan the spiral. And you can do this by asking yourself, what am I trying to control right now? You may have experienced an incredible date. You get back into your car and you're like giddy and excited, but all of a sudden that dread kicks in. You start to feel that, when will the other shoe drop? That's when you want to like get into a soft area so that you can take that pause, take those deep breaths, and then ask yourself, what am I trying to control right now in this situation? I always focus on 4 main needs: feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling safe, and feeling loved. So ask yourself, what am I trying to control right now? Am I trying to feel loved? Am I trying to feel safe? Am I wanting that person to see me or hear me, that's when we start to understand what our coping mechanisms actually are. Oh, I want to feel safe. I feel like they're going to abandon me. I don't want them to go home because I want them to be here. Why? Because I don't want to be alone. Okay, what's that really about? And now you can choose things that will help you feel more connected to yourself and not alone. Taking it a step further, you can actually tap into your body and think of one small thing that is actually feeling really good after the experience, after the date. I felt really good that he complimented me. I felt really good that I could connect on this deeper level with someone. We had great conversations, and that's amazing. And now compliment yourself. You looked so good today. Get in front of the mirror, do some inner child work. You looked so good tonight. And he even noticed it. You had such incredible things to talk about. You're so smart. Now, I know this is going to take a little bit of time and also conscious effort, because we got to be completely honest. We have been running on autopilot for years, and now we're trying to bring all of that subconscious rewiring up to conscious thinking, which there are going to be hiccups. You're not going to be perfect at this. And I know, because you're a high achieving woman, you want to be perfect at it. And I know that you are perfect at everything that you do, but this can be messy, and that's okay. You just need to continue doing it intentionally, because the main focus here is we're trying to allow the nervous system to soften enough for your feminine energy to shine through. You want to lead from your feminine energy. And this isn't a fake it till you make it. This is feel it until you heal it. The biggest misconception is that women are really good at doing things. They're good at organizing. They're good at fixing problems. They're great at problem solving, right? We're great at Crime Junkie. And this is actually all the masculine energy. So it's not about doing, it's not about fixing, and it's absolutely not about proving. When you start to feel those tendencies of needing to fix the situation, oh shoot, I said something stupid, I want to fix it. I sent a text message and I don't know if I said the right thing and I want to delete it. If you also feel like you need to prove to them that you are worthy of love, or prove to them that you are smart enough or capable enough or worthy enough of their love, that is all masculine energy. That is when we scan that spiral and ask ourselves, what are we trying to control right now? I'm wanting to prove. I feel myself needing to prove myself. So what am I trying to control? What do I need? Do I need to feel seen? Probably. Do I need to feel heard? Yeah. Do I want to feel loved? Do I want to feel safe? And you're like, yeah, Jenna, all of those. And now we can work on fulfilling those needs for yourself by resetting your nervous system. Something I also share within the Soft Girl Reset is a check-in question. And this is something that you want to ask yourself right when you wake up, even before you get out of bed, right before you touch your phone, besides sunlight before screen light. Taking a deep breath, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And really, really feel into it. Maybe it starts with the body. Maybe you start noticing, oh, I'm really achy, I'm really sore. Maybe you worked out the night before. And then it gets into the mind. What are you feeling? Oh, I feel a little anxious. I feel a little overwhelmed. And these are totally fine because your body is used to waking up in anxiety. And now we are starting to bring that to the conscious thought, which is going to allow us to choose differently. So now you can go into myofascial release, tapping, inner child healing work in order to help that anxiety soothe. So just to recap, you are not sabotaging yourself. You are soothing. Overthinking and overfunctioning is a nervous system habit. This is a coping mechanism that you created to help you feel safe. And now you're choosing different. And if you're ready to get the tools and guidance to be able to get into your soft girl era, go ahead into the description and check out the Soft Girl Reset. That's $17. That is going to be 14 days of guided videos and tools, techniques to help you go from hustle mode to feminine flow. And make sure to subscribe to this channel and click that bell so that you get the notification for the next video, what your childhood taught you about love and how it's hurting you.